YouTube.
Yep.
Always makes money. Is YouTube ever gonna just hello?
Oh, I actually got it up now.
You've got it up before me, and I'm the one meant to be searching for it.
No, it's for the YouTube Studios thing.
Yeah, it's not coming up for me.
It's not?
It's weird.
Alright, no worries, I'll quickly take care of it. Okay, I think we're all set. Don't forget to click triangle, James, by the way.
Yep, done it now.
Alright. So you haven't found it yet?
No.
Alright, no worries, I'll take care
Not
of
on
it.
the SRM page. Oh, now it's just popped up.
Up, and I just sent it into the gen chats. And let's see, if I copy all of that, I can then put it in the stream room. Alright. I think we are almost set and ready to go. I just need to get some notes, which I have in my book. Okay, there we go. Marky's in the chat. So I think we are ready to go. Hi, sexy, says Cameron Barber. How you doing, my man? Ladies and gentlemen, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to SRM Esports here for Season 4, Round 9 for a lot of these drivers' home Grand Prix, the British Grand Prix. I am your co-commentator, JusGamin, and my co as well, James, also known as the Highlander. How you doing, my man?
Hello. Good to be here as always.
Come on, get that enthusiasm. Come on now. Come on.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
I've just literally learned you're pretty much a twin. So, come on.
That's fair. So, should we actually tell them about that whole story?
We might as well.
Alright. So, so the people that didn't know, this is actually mad. So James and I was actually just sending him, what's it called, like a pictures of my my now new current girlfriend. Hey, I finally found someone for the first time. And there was this picture of me and her in a video call, and it showed, of course, my face because we're doing a video call. James comes around and says, "Wait a minute, now hold on a second. We look pretty similar." And I'm like, "James, what are you talking about? On your profile pic, like you have like no beard and like your hair is pretty short." So at the time, but then, long and behold, thanks to Alicia, back at home as well, James could be my long lost second brother. And the worst thing, and the funniest thing that just topped it all off right there was when we said, when he's, and there you go, Alicia's in the chat right as she said. Hello! Of course, Alicia, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to Alicia. A big thanks to her for joining in midway of commentary, as both me and James were actually sick last week. So I was actually trying to hold it in, the sickness, so you don't have like the blast on the mic. But a big round of applause to Alicia. Did an amazing job with with the notes and material that she had at the time. So a big round of applause to Alicia. Long lost brothers finally united. Alicia, we're actually talking about this right now, actually, as we do have 6 people watching in the chat. So the funniest thing, it was just so stupid because I said, "Oh yeah, my father left me when I was 8." So that just kicked it all off. And it was the funniest thing. It was the absolute most hilarious thing that I think that we've had in the comms box for a long time.
I do think we should maybe call Jeremy Kyle.
I mean, hasn't Jeremy Kyle actually been kicked off the air or something?
I don't know at this point.
Yeah, because I remember
It's
there was
weird.
something about Jeremy Kyle where supposedly one of his guests actually committed suicide because of the what was it, the backlash of that episode.
I swear, though, he went back on air for a bit. I don't know if he's still back or not.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I actually loved Jeremy Kyle's videos on YouTube. Of course, with me not being in the UK, I can't really watch it. But I just watched like the highlights on YouTube. I forget. Well, there's this one episode where it was like this elderly woman, and it was like her daughter, and her former son-in-law. And like he said something about 40 and 40. Mark A. You think I'm 44? You think I'm 40 or 45?
Oh, that
At least
sounds like
yeah, one of the
Marky.
people on the show sadly committed suicide, so it was taken off TV and hasn't been on since. Yeah. Yeah, so they did actually get that cancelled. DNA test, says Michael. But Marky, I'm actually offended. You think I'm 40 or 45?
Well, God.
Marky,
God,
how old do you
depends
think
on
I am?
my age.
Well, I mean, I already know how old you think I am, because I...
How old does he think I am? Jesus.
Yeah, 38, and
I
that's
swear
being
I've got a
kind.
deeper voice.
What? Marky! I'm 21! For Christ's sake. But again guys, if you were just queuing in, welcome to SRM ESPORTS here tonight for Season 4, Round 9 of the British Grand Prix. Looks like we're just about to get ourselves underway as we have a short qualifying session with 26 laps around the Silverstone circuit. Very, very iconic. So, it's gonna be a good one. And wait, when's your birthday? Okay, Alicia, I'm not gonna put that all on air. I'll probably send you a private message. Mark is on his 60th, so it's fine.
Oh, good lord. This is all gonna kick off soon.
Oh yeah. It's gonna kick off on the track, to be honest with you. It's gonna definitely kick off on the track, so I can definitely tell you that. But let's see now. Let's see. So we're here for round 9, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Next week we won't be here, as we're actually having another mid-season break, and then when we come back on the 27th, we will be at Saudi Arabia. So gives the drivers and us commentators a little bit of a break, because how many races do we have in each season? I think it's like about 20 or 18.
Something around that, yes.
Let's see. So, I'm actually going to count through this now. So, we started off at Singapore.
Oh,
so, we had Singapore, where I did by myself the debut of James at Spain. And it was an iconic debut, I could definitely tell you that. And then we had Imola, then we had Monza, then Bahrain, Brazil, Belgium, Abu Dhabi, Britain. And then, of course, then we have Saudi Arabia, then China, then Portugal? Yeah, Portugal, then Japan, Netherlands, Mexico, Azerbaijan, and Austria. And that goes to 17.
18.
It was 18. 18? Yeah, 18. Yeah,
18.
Justin. I can't even
I literally just
freaking
went to the
count.
season calendar and counted.
I can't even freaking count. FRL Charlie is in the chat. How you doing, my man? Shaney Boy as well, 1996. How you doing? He just says WTF because, yeah, that explains what me and James just went through a few minutes ago, actually.
Yeah, pretty much sums up.
Yeah, pretty much. But I guess we're still waiting on some people to join in. I'm not too sure what's going on here.
Not too sure myself.
Is there anything happening in the Discord chat? Like we are pretty early, so
We are a little bit.
well, we're pretty much extremely early at this point. Charlie says that he's very, 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 very
English, Justin. You can't speak it. It's okay.
Yeah, so
You
he's
can
just
speak it,
extremely bored. Well, hopefully the us commentators make it a little bit more enjoyable for you when we get started. And there's the clock counting down, James. We're about to get ourselves underway for a short qualifying session with 26 laps here at Silverstone. Are you excited, my man? Because I'm definitely excited.
Well, I'm excited to see how some drivers will be doing, because the likes of Cameron Barber, who is Pablo, he's actually been hyping himself up for this one.
Well, that's going to be one to watch once we go into qualifying, innit?
Absolutely. I'll be waiting to see if he crashes. Because he knows for a fact if he crashes, he's gonna get it. After hyping himself up for so long.
Alright, hold on. So we're actually missing someone that's supposed to be coming in. Angry Dutch guy, of course, one of the what's it called, main people in SRM ESPORTS, one of the admins as well. So we're just gonna try and get him in. Oh, okay. I just looked at Marky's message if he actually did the PlayStation update. Of course, we actually had a software update, I do believe, just earlier today.
Yes, 9.51. Because I literally just did it about an hour before coming on.
I believe so, yeah. But it looks like we still have 18 for the time being. So we're just gonna be waiting on it. Charlie just says, "Go home, Justin. You're drunk." I mean, I work from home, so so there's there's that for you, Charlie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how would that work? Like you?
Yeah. So there's that. I'm gonna quickly. I don't know, to be honest with you. I guess I would actually have to go to my grandparents' house, I guess. Because that is technically another home. What is Angry Dutch Guy's gamer tag, actually? It's underscores instead of dashes, okay. I just sent it to him, so just sent one at Angry Dutch Guy. There we go. So hopefully he's able to come in. But we're actually going to be on board with the man that you said earlier, actually, Pablo Juarez, where he's actually going to be the first one to make his way out of the pit lane and get himself sorted on the track. And with it actually being a little bit cloudy, it looks like it could be a longer stint on those set of softs in this qualifying session. So that's going to be helping them out a lot with the what's it called? With the tire wear and the temperatures of those tires, especially.
I think you were looking for that.
Yep, there you go. There you go. See, James, this is just one of the perks of having you in the comms box. At least you couldn't do. Oh, so. I love you, Alicia. No, I'm joking about that one. Oh man.
God.
Oh, I actually haven't.
Anyway.
Oh, I completely messed
go
up.
ahead.
I forgot to do the what's it called? I forgot to change the thumbnail for this stream.
Oh, very smart.
Oh.
Very smart.
Yeah, there we go. So, if I think we've got it sorted now, but I see a few people has just joined in. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just queuing in, welcome back. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to SRM Esports, where we're here tonight for Season 4, Round 9, right before the second mid-season break. Where we're here at Silverstone Circuit for the British Grand Prix. Commentators Justin or JusGamin, James or the Highlander, and we are here for a good one. I could definitely guarantee that at this point.
Absolutely, I'm just on board with Dopey Lemons. Is going through this lap as Pablo actually invalidated his lap.
Well, one thing about Dopey Lemons as well is that he's actually going to be opting for the set of mediums to start it off. So a lot of mixed tire strategies out there. It's pretty much almost even at this point. Actually, no, it actually exactly is. 9 people on the set of mediums and 9 people on the set of softs. So this is actually a good one. And Alicia actually just said in the chat, that is very true. Michael is already out of the pit lane on a set of softs.
What?
Michael is already out of the pit lane.
Oh, we got a retirement.
We got a retirement of Poe's Gobbo, and that's through Maggots and Backets. So we're actually going to go on board with Richard, and you can see his car on the right side of the track on the exit, but Dopey Lemons does set the standard with a 128.434, ladies and gentlemen, on the set of mediums, and Dundrees just takes it instantly with those set of softs, a 127.803. Gotta say, Dundrees has been on fire the past few races, actually, where it actually pretty much started at Interlagos, Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace for the Brazilian Grand Prix, where we saw Dundrees and Michael F1 getting themselves into a little bit of a collision, where Dundrees was actually close to getting the race win. And ever since that race, he's just been trying to prove himself again and again. I'm pretty sure, if I do remember correctly, he did win a race in the season. I just kind of forget when that was.
I don't remember, but I'm also looking at Battlesy Mini. He's a second off the pace right now.
Yeah, Battlesy Mini, I don't know what's going on with Battlesy Mini. Our last season driver's champion, it looks like to be struggling a little bit in the Williams car for this season. Of course, he's still up there in the driver's standings, but as of recently, he's been really really losing a lot of a gap for that championship lead, as he's only ahead by Michael by 2 points, where if we flash back to, let's say, round 4, he was ahead by 17 points, and even before that he was actually ahead, yeah, by 17 points at the end of Monza. So he's a lot of the drivers around him has been really improving over the rounds, and it shows with the how close the driver standings are coming to get. Justin.
Coming together.
Coming to get. Thank you.
Improving drivers. Mogi takes the top spot.
Exactly, and actually complete opposite of Battlesy Mini, of course, both in the same car of the Williams, and Mogi with a 127.710.
Yes, and Battlesy Mini usually the one setting the pace in the Williams, but Mogi might be Mogi's turn in Britain.
Well, it looks like one person that's going to be taking that provisional pole position is going to be the early outlapper of Michael F1 in the Ferrari, close to getting the championship lead of the mid break of the season, actually. And he does have potential to take that lead after Silverstone. Charlie in the chat says, well, he's gonna go now. See, all right, Charlie, have a good one, my man. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for being in the chat as well, and thank you for supporting SRM Esports as always. And it looks like a lot of yellow flags in Sector 2. Not entirely sure what's going on over there. Do you know, James?
No, I don't really know. Seems to be following a car that's a Mercedes. Oh, it's a Mercedes spun. It's Steve.
Oh, Steve has spun. Oh, yeah, there he goes, right into the gravel. And the Alpine right behind him. Don't entirely know who that is. I think that's Jackie, potentially? Yeah, Jackie. He's the only Alpine out there.
Yeah, that is Jackie.
Yeah, so I'm guessing Jackie just pulled over to the side to not interfere with anyone's lap. He's right on the apex of the corner there, and I believe that's Michael that he kind of blocks right there. So I'm not too sure what Jackie's doing. He's going very slow, especially in a dangerous.
He's out of fuel.
Dangerous place.
I think he's out of fuel.
Is he out of fuel? That could.
I believe so. He's on a red.
Yeah, he's out of fuel. Yeah, that makes sense. And what a dangerous place as well to run out of fuel as well through Maggots and Backets. Very, very crucial there.
Absolutely. And going back to Dundrees, it was the Belgium Grand Prix.
It was the Belgian Grand Prix where he took the win. Yeah.
Yes, and he also came third in Singapore.
Yes. So ever since then, he's just been on a roll, climbing up the ladder. But we do have another crash out on the track, and that's going to be KK Lairs, who has spun around turn 1, and we've actually seen that a lot. Actually, James, you actually said it in a different stream for a different link that we actually done, where turn 1 and and turn 9, of course, of Cop's Corner. Very, very difficult to keep the traction there. And so far, KK Lares is going to be the first one to crash out in turn 1.
Yeah, if you try and bite that accelerator too hard on when you're on that curb, good luck. You're just gonna go.
Yeah, so these drivers have a lot of challenges ahead of them. Let's just see if any of them can tame the beast of Silverstone. Very difficult this track is.
I'm on board with Andy at the minute, who's set a purple sector 1, and his purple sector 2.
Oh, who's that? That's Andy?
Andy Smokes.
Well, we're on him now. Let's carry on through as he makes his way up Stowe.
Oh, it's an invalidation.
Right on the penultimate corners. Now it's going to go into the pit lane. Cameron says that he's in P10 so far for Pablo Juarez. So a good showing so far for the Haas driver. But still plenty of time left in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, as we are now around 8 minutes left, near the halfway point of qualifying. And we're actually seeing the field actually get a little bit lonely now, as a lot of the drivers are in the pit lane. Bowsy Mini has just improved his position up to 4th fastest at 127.853 for the championship leader. But I think Michael could be taking that championship lead at the end of this race here, James. He's just been on fire in the last few races.
Well, considering Mogi, the closest driver, is nearly half a second behind on time, it might take something special from these drivers.
It might. These drivers do have to dig deep and just pull something out of the hat and try to make their way up the ladder of the drivers' championship. But also here tonight for the qualifying, as we're still waiting on 5 people to put on the time. One of them is actually going to be Tomo, as he's now making his way through Chapel, entering Sector 3. What sort of time is he settling now, as he sets a purple Sector 2? And you can see him going side to side on the track, so I think he might be actually going in to start another lap here. Hasn't used a lot of his ERS, so it looks like he's going to go for another lap here. And using no ERS and setting a purple Sector 2, that is actually very commendable for Tomo out there.
Absolutely.
Oh! That was a good save there. That was a good save.
You almost
Very
gave him
easy.
the commentator's curse.
Yeah, that was, and that's what I was talking about. Like right there at the Vale Chicane and Club, those tires are actually going to be pretty cold, especially if you're not going all the way like going on a lot of pressure up Stowe. Those tires are going to be really, really cold because you have that hanger straight right at the end of Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel. But Tomo now improving by a few seconds into Sector 1. Nothing commendable as of yet. He needs to improve by 6 seconds if he's looking at getting any sort of time, or actually 8 seconds to get any sort of time in the top 10. But let's see how he takes this now. We have a yellow flag up ahead, I do believe. Not too sure who that is.
Aston Martin.
Is that F1 Farth or Dopey Lemons? I'm not too sure.
I believe it is Farth. No, it's Dopey.
Oh, Dopey Lemons. Okay, and here we go. Tomo is improving now by around 6 seconds. He needs just to pick up a few more seconds into this final sector, which is very easy to do. He was actually pretty slow through here to set up his start. Let's see what time he's going to set as he makes his way through the Vale Chicane. Now Club onto the Hamilton Straight, and he's going to set a time of 12th fastest at 128.971. As Jackie has retired into the pit lane, he is already set, but Tomo, after about to start another lap, spun around turn 1, almost pulled a KG Lares, but was able to save himself right before the track. Let's just say the gravel really helped him out there.
Oh yeah, and we've got Andy on a lap at the minute. I'm on board with Andy. He was on track to set a potential fastest lap.
Well, he does have Steve ahead of him, and they're both going for fast laps here, so it's kind of a double-ended sword for Andy Smokes Mid at this point. He does get a little bit of slipstream off of Steve, but he's also getting a lot of of dirty air into these corners, and especially towards Cobb's corner and the Maggots and Beckett's, as he takes a
there
super
it is,
wide line
yeah.
there, abusing the track limits here at Silverstone.
I believe that could have been the dirty air from Steve's car.
Yeah, as he collects a little bit of grass on the exit there. Sector 2 currently at a 104, so this could be a good lap, but we see a Alfa Romeo spun right behind them.
Steve's going off a little.
Yep, so it looks like Steve is gonna make way for Andy Smokes Mid, and Andy Smokes Mid could be here for a good lap as he spins around the Vale Chicane. The quick turns of the Vale Chicane, very easy to lose traction there. Those tires were just a little bit too scorched to make those sort of moves. Probably gonna have to adjust the probably the downforce on that car if he's gonna try and go for that. If not, watch out for that throttle pedal. Very easy to spin around these Formula 1 cars.
Oh yeah, very easy, and he's gonna struggle maybe to get another lap in.
Yeah, so it's gonna be difficult for him because right at the end of the lap, if you're gonna mess up, you don't want to mess up at the end.
No, that's gonna leave you a lot of time, and also if you're gonna go straight onto another lap, not a good one.
Especially with him spinning around the Vale Chicane. He doesn't have that much of a good startup to start a good fast lap, but still has plenty of time. Actually, no, he doesn't really have that much time left. He just has to go all out here.
He's gonna struggle if he wants to go back into that pits.
Yeah, I don't think he will, though. I think the best bet for him right now is to stay out, refuel that ERS, and then go for another lap and try to preserve a little bit of fuel. And it looks like that's what he's doing at this point, but Angry Dutch Guy and Steve are now exiting out of the pit lane. Let's see what sort of times they're going to be setting. Richard, I do believe, has just crossed the line and improves his position up to 7th with a 128.251 with a yellow flag in the pit lane. Not too sure what's going on over there. But ladies and gentlemen, as it is coming to the near end of qualifying, Michael F1 and F1 Farth, I'm continuously smacking my mic, Jesus. Michael F1 and F1 Farth currently sets the front row with Michael in pole position, F1 Farth in 2nd. We also have Mogi in 3rd in the Williams, and making up that 2nd row is going to be Dunn Dries. But ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be it, their last chance to put in a good lap here. And let's see if anyone can make up for the occasion. And Richard is actually looking to be on a good lap here on those set of softs. Previously set his time on a set of mediums, as F1 Farth retires into the pit lane after Mogi improves to the front row. So that is a very crucial time right there. Richard is improving by around 5/10, setting a purple sector 2 on those set of softs. Can Richard make his way into the starting positions? He only has a few corners left of the Vale Chicane, then towards Club, and then the Hamilton Straight. Let's see, is he gonna make his way up there? He makes his way up to 2nd row with F1 Farth, settling for a 127.650, and his teammate Steve right behind him is gonna be starting a lap now. So this is actually perfect timing for the Mercedes duo. So Steve and Richard now going to be working together to give Steve a little...
Angry Dutch Guy spun.
Oh no. Well, hopefully
He's
he knows.
invalidated.
Well, hopefully he knows to retire, because he did join midway of qualifying. Had himself a little bit of issues trying to get inside of the car, but he is here. So we have 19 drivers so far. But I'm seeing Dopey Lemons come around the final few corners, improving by 6/10 coming into Sector 3. Let's see what he gets as Angry Dutch Guy retires on track. I think he crashed out, but Dopey Lemons makes his way into the 2nd row ahead of Richard with a 127.560. And this is it, everyone's last opportunity. Michael F1 has just missed out on the chance to improve his time. So this could be everyone's opportunity to improve their times and make their way up. Richard hasn't validated his time.
Steve's the one to watch. Purple sector 1 and 2.
Wait, who's ones to watch, sorry?
Steve in the Mercedes.
Yep, and you
He
can
got
see...
that slipstream from his teammate.
Let's see, can Steve get it? He makes his way towards the Vale Chicane again. for the final time here in qualifying. Is he going to take pole position? No, he won't, but he goes up to
Oh,
7th fastest at 127.759 for the Mercedes driver. Mercedes 4 and 7, so not a good start.
a
Oh, not a bad
Marky!
start. Whoa! I'll leave that with you, James, to describe that one. That's an extraordinary time right there.
Wow. I've done Drees.
Ooh!
What is
Wow!
going on?
Now, those are president. Like, I'm at shock.
Where has
Marky,
Marky gotten that from?
I have no idea. He just came out of nowhere with that time. Took us all by surprise. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for qualifying as we're waiting now
Dopey
on
Lemons
Dopey
is still out.
Lemons. Has he invalidated? I'm not too sure if he's invalidated or not. Oh, no, he's
not
gone for a slow lap.
invalidated.
He's gone for a slow
Yeah,
lap.
he's going in, yep.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to round up qualifying. Markey and Dundrees makes up the front row in the dire moments. Markey, however, breaking the 127 second barrier with a 126.764 for the Red Bull driver. An amazing return here to a lot of these drivers' home Grand Prix. And if you think that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, no it's not. Keep your eyes still here tonight as we're going to be having a 26 lap race around Silverstone. An amazing start for Markey and Dundrees. Michael did an extraordinary job as well. And this is going to be a very, very important race, especially for Michael and Battle Z Mini. Both of them want to make the halfway point as close as possible. But I'm going to leave it with James to do the rundown of the starting grid.
Well, starting on your front row is Marky and Dundrees. Marky with that incredible time. Second row, Michael Mogi. Third row, Dopey Lemons Richard. Fourth row, F1 Farf Andy. Fifth row, Steve and Battle Z Mini rounding out the top 10. 11th is Harry and Jackie. 13th, 14th, Kydal and Pablo. In 15th, if I can get down there, Tomo. Then you've got Fake, FRL Paul, Angry Dutch, and then you've got Key down at the bottom, rounding out this grid.
Well, very, very good times. Close times as well throughout all of those positions on the field. And this is going to be a race to remember. And if you guys are interested, I actually just got the notification on my phone. If you guys do watch football, not American football, but like some people say soccer, I say football. Benfica is about to start against Liverpool for the next stage of the Champions League, so I'll keep you guys updated on that as well, because I know there's a few Liverpool fans in here. Disgusting. But I'm joking. They're a good
Because you
team.
said that, I am now going to be watching that myself. Well, I'm going to have it on in the background anyway, because I do love my footy.
Exactly, mate. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna do that, make sure you still have this tab up, because you don't want to miss this race for round 9 of SRM Esports. And it looks like we're about to get ourselves underway. We're actually gonna see what sort of tire strategies we're gonna be seeing out here tonight. But of course, anything can happen around Silverstone. Very difficult for the drivers out there, as we do start with a formation lap as always. But so far the top 10, except for F1 Farth, will be starting on a set of softs. Everyone in the bottom half, except for Kittle, Polsgoppo, and KG Lairs, will be starting on a set of mediums. So far we're actually looking at around 12 set of softs, 7 set of mediums to start off this race.
Yeah, and it's quite an interesting one, because Farf being the top medium runner could potentially be looking at being the lead car after the softs go in.
Well, we're gonna have to just wait and see how these drivers do now at this point. But of course, anything can happen, especially here at Silverstone, where we actually see RSI Marquis spin off the track right as he makes his way towards Brooklands and Luffield, as he waits for all of the drivers to make his way past so he can have a safe entrance back onto the track. Polesgot Bowl, or what's that Polesgot Bowl? Yeah, that was Polesgot Bowl, with beautiful, actually, we'll have to say a reaction time to evade the rejoined pole sitter. But let's see. Oh, there's actually Atletico Madrid versus Man City as well. So it's going to be some good games if you are a football fan.
Absolutely.
Now, here's the main question. What team do you support?
Oh, here we go.
You already know I had to ask the question.
I'm actually a Celtic man.
Oh, Celtic, okay. Yeah, you
I
get
may not be Irish, but I'm a Celtic.
Oh wait, hold on.
Hear it, Mr.
Wait, hold on.
Man.
Celtic?
Yep.
I thought they were in the Scottish Prem.
They are, but they're Irish.
Oh, so the Scottish Prem has both. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like MLS, where they have Canada and...
They're not both. It's literally just the Scottish. Going back in history, a little history lesson.
Alright.
Celtic moved over here from Ireland because they were too good in the Irish League.
Ah, well, I mean, the Irish League is pretty...
It's a mediocre league. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Not to insult anyone.
We'll leave it at that. But, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're about to get ourselves underway for the race start here at Silverstone. And this is going to be some unprecedented times. 4, 5 red lights now make up the race start here for round 9. And away we are to start off at Silverstone. Amazing start there for Dundrees as he's trying to close in on the inside of Markey. But Markey just has a little bit of a better start. Michael F1 trying to go around the outside of Dundrees, couldn't find the gap. F1 far, actually Dopey Lemons and Richard having themselves a little bit of a battle near the back. We have a Mercedes that has spun, and that's going to be Steve. Not the start that you're wanting to have. But so far, these drivers are still going at it. You can actually see Hazard trying to get past Richard, but Hazard now gives up the position to his teammate as well of Andy Smokes Mid. And Andy Smokes Mid with those set of softs going to be getting a little bit of an aggressive start to this race. Dopey Lemons and Mogi now having themselves a battle for that 4th place position. Dopey Lemons around the outside, Mogi on the inside. They're making their way towards the dreaded Cups corner. Are we going to see a Hamilton and Verstappen remake? No, we are not. They're very close there. So good spatial awareness for those drivers out there. F1 Farth is catching up on the rear end as well. But coming into Chapel after Maggots and Beckett's, RSI Markey still leads the way with Dundrees and Michael F1 making up that front 3.
Yeah, that front 3 pack starting to pull away a tiny bit from this others. As we see Dopey on the inside. They're still going. Now he's on the outside.
So
going around the outside. And he's got it done. And F1 Farf coming in. F1 Farf gets the move done. Both Aston Martins doing very good, unlike in real life.
Yeah, but F1 Farf, you gotta say, with him, is always a very quick driver. As I'm telling you this right now, if he actually
spun.
Oh, around the final corner as well. And Polesgot Bowl is now out of this race as Angry Dutch Guy is trying to get back onto the track as he has been disqualified for going the wrong way when trying to rejoin the track. Him and Polesgot Bowl is now out of this race completely. And that is actually is only a yellow flag, so we're still continuing on with this race. No safety cars.
Oh, Richard and Haza having a good battle.
I'll leave it with you.
Richard got it past him. But Richard moving up the inside of Battle Z-Mini's got the move done very nicely. And also Harry. Oh, there's a lot of drivers. I think Battle Z-Mini has an issue.
He must have an issue. He's struggling to keep the pace out there as he is now out of the points.
Tomo!
Oh no, Tomo's now into the wall as we're now on board. Got a little bit of a collision. Very difficult to go side to side through Megas and Beckett's. These drivers still have the confidence to take it, but it's still difficult to pull off. We actually just missed out on F1 Farth, making his way up to 4th position. And RSI Markey...
It wasn't actually a side-by-side. Tomo having more speed going through Maggots and Beckett's, hit the back of Battle Z Mini. He was going slow.
So he has a lot of front wing damage. Same with Battle Z. Oh, that must have been what's going on with Battle Z Mini. He's in the pits right now. He had front wing damage as well. So that was why he was struggling to find the pace. So, but now it's just unfortunate that Tomo couldn't react to the slow Williams driver. But this is exactly what Michael F1 wants. With Battle Z Mini now out of the points, Michael F1 will be taking the lead of the championship if it stays like this.
Absolutely, and if these Aston Martins can work together, they could actually maybe catch up to Michael F1, and maybe even potentially catch his front two as Jackie is out.
We're actually gonna go on board with Pablo as they're making their way around left field, and you can see, oh, his car is upside down. His car is upside down.
How on earth has he done that?
You could probably say that he is hung. What is that? What is that meme?
I'm
hung like a cow.
Like a cow.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm hung here like a cow.
Wow. Wow. So, and being the only Alpine out there is not a good picture for him. Battle Z Mini just passes by, but is not a full safety car. It's just a virtual for the time being. And RSI Marquis still leads the race.
Mogi's gone in.
Oh, so it looks like he might have a change in pit strategies here. Not too sure what's going on with him. RSI Marquis has just gotten himself a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car, not respecting the delta. And that's going to give Dundrees and Michael F1 the opportunity to get the overtake, and they might get it regardless because they all have DRS down the Wellington Straight. Dundrees is pulling onto the inside.
Oh,
the gap is there.
He's going to be going around the outside in this corner. Oh, he's going for the cutback. He's going for the cutback. He doesn't get it.
But he does have the faster exit around left field. Now towards Woodcut and the Cops corner. We're seeing him trying to get past, but he had to ease off of it a little bit. Michael F1 will also be getting DRS coming at the end of Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel down to Hangar Straight. And actually, I never knew this, but do you know why they call it the Hangar Straight?
I do not, but Dundree's getting the lead. There he goes.
And Marquis' lead is now going to mess up here.
And he's going for his driver, he's serving it.
It's just not what you want to see at all. It's not what you want to see. But Marquis, he just didn't respect it. Andy Smokesmith is going to go around the outside of Richard. And now towards the Vale chicane, Andy Smokesmith has now pushed his way up to 5th, overtaking Richard. And it could be a short-lived position change as we are now closing in towards Village, where we're passing through the DRS detection zone. Or I believe
Harry.
you'd say Harry. Yeah, Harry, right?
Yep, Harry, yep.
He's closing in. Got a little bit of a hiccup right before a loop, but he's still closing in. He does have that DRS to help him out a little bit, but Richard's now going to go on the inside of Harry. Can he get it? A little bit of contact for Andy Smokesmith, as he's trying to get the faster racing line through it. A little bit of contact again coming through. Richard with a little bit of a hiccup. Had a little bit of a slip through the exit of left field. Now towards Woodcut. Andy Smokesmith is looking on the inside. Richard is trying to keep the position, but he can't. And Andy Smokesmith now takes...
Richard's got a nicer exit. They're still going at it. Maggott and Beckett's in this contact.
Oh, they're able to save it there. Richard will now be having DRS. Oh, a huge contact. Huge contact right there as Harry now gets past. Richard actually does not have DRS. Come on, Harry. Can you take it now on the inside towards...
There he goes.
Towards, what is this corner? I just said this corner.
Both drivers go in.
Wow.
Both drivers having wing damage from contact.
At least you said, Justin, why don't you guys do post-race interviews? Because the few times that I've tried, they've actually never joined. I would have some of them join in midway, like Michael did once before, but to be honest with you, we haven't really had that many people willing to do post-race interviews. So we haven't really had that many.
Maybe something we can look at in the future.
Yeah, definitely something that we can look at in the future. But yeah, like we're also not trying to do it with just drivers. We want to get like a few stewards in as well. Like if there's any like controversial incidents, to speak right at the end of the race to see if they have already gotten a decision or what's their opinion on it. Because there's a few what's it called stewards in this. Actually, James, you being one of them as well.
Yes, but I don't believe we're actually allowed to do that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, we're not allowed to discuss it.
It's all up in the air. It's all up in the air. It's just it's just ideas that we haven't really just thought out completely as of yet. But one person still having that battle for the race lead, Michael F1 and Dundrees still leading this battle. Dundrees actually ahead by almost half a second, so Michael F1 is really closing in that gap as he does get the fastest lap. And likes his threes with that time of 1:30.330 for him. Steve unfortunately gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Very difficult but very easy to get time penalties out here. Very difficult to actually avoid them.
Oh yeah, and I'm just looking on board. Two drivers we should maybe be watching is Pablo and Fake Scouser.
Yeah, so it's the battle of the softs up front and the battle of the mediums in the mid.
Yeah, Fake Scouser moves up 9 positions, with Pablo moving up 6, Kittle moving up 7, and also Hazard moving up 6 positions.
Yep, and it looks like we have a yellow flag coming into Sector 3, and that's going to be Andy Smoke's mid as he has spun around the exit of Stowe. Not what you want to start off this race, but so far still an amazing battle all over the place. Jay proving how he's massively improved this season, says Alicia in the chat. Who is Jay?
Fake Scouser, I believe.
Fake Scouser,
yes, Fake
okay.
Scouser.
Well, it looks like Pablo, we just saw Pablo get past Fake Scouser, but now Jay will be getting DRS, and
behind them is Markey catching quickly.
And am I right? Is Jay on a D-pad?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest.
Because how he is actually taking these corners, it gives me that sort of indication. Like, just his inputs. It just makes me think that he's a D-pad user. And to be honest with you, if he is, fair play to him. Honestly, fair play to him.
I couldn't tell you. That might be it, as we got Kegs out.
And that's right at Cop's corner. And that's going to bring out the safety car. So now this is where you're going to really think about those drivers up front. Still you have to put in a pit stop. From 1st to 9th, still you have to put in a pit stop. Has the opportunity to get themselves technically a free pit stop at this point.
Well, you've got to be looking at those softs. Are they at a point where they need to change?
I think they might actually. I think they might. So, but the thing is, even if you're F1 4th, you might actually go in for a set of hearts potentially.
Potentially, but he's got to watch out for his teammate Dopey Lemons. They don't want a double stack.
That is true, yeah. I mean, there is a little bit of a gap between them, like around 3 seconds. That's like the pit time is normally around like 2.5 potentially. So it does help. I think they could do a potential double stack here. And they actually are. They're all going in. The front 3 is going to go into the pit lane. Dopey Lem is following right behind as well.
Oh, he's too close. He's too close.
I'm not too sure. Him. I think this is actually still a good distance. He might just lose a little bit of seconds. But Harry has actually stayed out on those set of mediums. So
but
Harry...
This gives him position on track. That's what he'll be looking at.
Exactly, but the thing is, if there's no more safety cars, he will actually have to make a pit stop, and that's where he can be losing a lot of positions here. But I'm looking at it now. F1 4th has actually gone out on a set of softs instead of the hards, where Dundrees and Michael have gone on a set of mediums after starting on those red compounds.
Yes, and also Pablo and Fake Scouts are staying out. They've gained even more positions.
It just makes you think, but is that the right call? Because I think
Well,
if,
both
like, since they
drivers,
started... Oh, wait, go ahead.
both drivers are on the medium compound. That medium compound can last a good little bit longer yet.
But the only thing is, they're pretty much sitting ducks at this point, where those new softs of F1 Fart and those new set of mediums from Dundrees is going to be flying away from them, and especially with Dopey Lemons as well, right behind on those new set of mediums, will be easy to catch back up into that DRS, and it could be difficult for them to hold on to those positions. But of course, anything can happen. I've actually recently saw a puncture here at Silverstone a few weeks back. Man, actually, James, I believe you were actually part of that race, weren't you?
No, you were telling me about it though.
So you didn't do commentary with me on that?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Don't know, because it was actually... So what happened, guys? There was actually... Wait, Justin Angry Dutch Guy wants an invite. Wants an invite to what? The what's it called? The lobby or to the party?
Yeah, I was going to say, which one does he want an invite to? Because it would be interesting to get his point of view on things.
Yeah, as he actually had a little bit of connectivity issues, I believe, at the beginning of this.
Well, tell you what, let's get him into the party and see if he'll join.
We'll have to wait and see. Yeah.
I'll send him an invite. Let's see if we can get him in.
Alright, the message just came through. To be with you guys. Oh, so he wants to be in the comms box. Got it.
Well, he can join whenever he likes.
Alright, is he actually in this group chat? I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah, he can join.
Alright, well, Angry Dutch Guy, if you are listening, it's the SRM comms box, and we're pretty sure that you're actually added into this, so just come right on in.
It'd be good to see what his point of view is of these drivers staying out.
We're gonna have to wait and see if he joins, but still waiting on it at this point. Let's see. If only we could actually play like an ad during this period.
Yeah, just like sponsored by.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, hopefully we get a sponsor. It is a good league, don't get me wrong. So, hopefully some people get some recognition.
Sponsored by SRM GT7.
SRM GT7. We are sponsored by FRL.
Just another league sponsored us.
Just another league, yeah.
Just to get sponsored themselves.
If you think this race is bad, oh my god! Sorry, I okay. So I'm still watching the Benfica versus Liverpool game. Everton, which is one of the Benfica players, almost scored an absolute banger just now.
Yeah, I've seen it myself, don't worry.
That was a seriously close shot.
I just didn't react to it the same way you did.
It was a close shot there.
It was a very close shot. But anyway, back.
Wait,
Justin, come on, concentrate, focus. Safety car restart, here we go.
I'll leave that with you as I'm trying to get Mike Angry Dutch Guy in here.
I think he's how's his gone? He's gone really early.
Well, Dundrees actually has a little bit of a faster cornering line compared to Hazza, so he's going to catch up really easily as they now come around the Vale chicane. And Hazza did not really get that safety car restart as best as he would have wanted. But Michael F1...
Oh, there's contact! I think that was contact between Farf. Oh, he's out! Dundrees is gone!
What happened? Wait, Dundrees is out?
Dundrees is gone!
It was just right on the, out of frame of the camera. But I'm not too sure what happened there.
F1 Farf may have made contact.
So do you think that that was a little bit of influenced by F1 Farth there?
I couldn't tell you, but it looked very strange from my perspective.
Oh no,
From
so
my
that's...
perspective, I just seen the car go off to the left.
Well, that's gonna mess it up a little bit. Hold on. Hold on, I'm just messaging Angry Dutch Guy. You can take over for now. Take over for now.
So Hazard losing out positions on the safety car restart, loses out on first and second, down to third, followed closely by Pablo and Dopey just behind them as Richard is moving up the pack. And Fake Scouts are losing out a lot of places. F1 far set the fastest lap as Andy almost gets into contact.
Alright, there we go. There we go, I'm back. So unprofessional, says Alicia. I'm sorry, you told me I had a message from Angry Dutch Guy, so I had to get that sorted. But oh, and look at that dive from Steve right there. I got the two Mercedes mixed up there. Steve trying to get around Jay there, but Jay, even with those old set of mediums, is able to hold on. But Steve a little bit with a faster exit through loop down the Wellington straight. He's gonna look to get the position. Jay is trying to hold on. He can. A little bit of contact between him and Tomo, and that's going to be getting Battle Z Mini an opportunity to get past as well. And not
Contact, massive crash!
Massive crash between Tomo and Battle Z Mini.
Very unlucky for Battle Z Mini there. Just getting caught up in a mistake by Tomo.
I just saw that. Wow.
So Tomo gets loose, going around the corner, tries to correct the car, overcorrects it, comes in the path of Battle Z Mini and collects him.
Yeah, he got himself a little bit of oversteer potentially through that, and that was just not good to see there. That was not good to see, because all I saw was Tomo get himself a little bit slippery out there. And Battle Mini just got unfortunate with the collision.
Oh, Fake Scouts are 5-second penalty. Speeding in the pit lane.
And actually, talking about time penalties, let's actually go through them at this point. So far we actually had Dopey Lemons with 3 seconds for the time being. Same goes with Pablo Juarez. Andy Smokes Mid with 3 seconds. Steve with 6. Mogi with 8. Richard with 3. And Jay at the back with 5 seconds. Of course, earlier RSI Markey, our pole sitter, was unfortunate with a what was it? A drive-through penalty at the end of the first virtual safety car. After we saw, I believe, Jackie spin around, and now he's down to 6th. But so far, with this being another safety car now, we could definitely see Haza, Pablo, and potentially Andy Smokes Mid go into the pit lane for a new set of tires.
Yeah, that they have. Oh, have they not done that? I thought they did that. No, Pablo did not go in, and nor did Haza. I thought they did.
No, so this is going to be it at this point.
Fake did. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Interesting choice by Richard. He was on a set of hard tires. They could have done him to the end, but he's chosen to go for a medium compound for the last 13.
I think that's the right call there, actually, because those mediums can definitely last the rest of this race. And actually, if you really push it, you could potentially go softs, but a lot of these drivers don't want to experience a puncture at any time in this race. But
well, Fake Scouser could potentially be looking to do that. He's on a new set of softs.
Well, let's see if he can actually nurse those set of softs until the end. But this is actually going to help F1 Farth a lot. But okay, there you go. So Haza goes into the pit lane. Emma Moger just says so many safety cars. Yeah. I mean that always happens in racing. We can't really help it here in the comms box. All we can hope for is that is still some good racing. It was actually a huge collision if you just missed it, so that's definitely going to go down with you and the stewards there, James, about what happened there.
Oh, don't.
So... Wait, hold on.
Are we getting him in, or is he not joining? What's happening here?
I'm not too sure. I guess that he's not coming in. I did tell him that it is the SRM comms box. So I'm not too sure. So it looks like he's gonna be sitting out on this one. But if you guys are just queuing in, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SRM Esports, where we're here tonight for round 9 of 18 actually, so the midway point of the season, where we have around 12 laps left to go around Silverstone Circuit. Commentators here tonight of Justin and James, the usual here in SRM Esports, and we've actually had a lot of overtake opportunities here, a lot of good battles. Unfortunate for the drivers that crashed out. Silverstone is a very, very difficult track to get right. And of course, it's not what anybody wants, not what we want as commentators, not what the drivers want out there. And same goes with the people back at home not wanting to see any safety cars. But it's, I mean, if it's going to keep those drivers safe out there, and it does put a whole element into the race of pit strategy, anything can happen. So, and I think that's the beauty of some of these safety cars, is that it just puts a whole change into the mix.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if Tomo, Dundrees, Angry Dutch, or even Battlesy Mini, any of them wish to join us in the comms box.
I'm not too sure. I know Battlesy Mini definitely doesn't want to, but I just received a notification that Liverpool has scored against Benfica, making the aggregate 4-1, and it's a beautiful header from Konate from across from Sumikas. So now the score is 1-0, but the aggregate score 4-1 in favor of Liverpool. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the safety car is in this lap. F1 Farth can go whenever he feels, and Michael F1 is right on the tail end.
Angry Dutch guy.
Hey, Angry, how you doing, buddy? He's probably still loading in. But, ladies and gentlemen, green flags on the field. We are back underway.
Spun!
Oh, Renault turn 1 did not get the tires warmed up in time, and now he has a huge challenge ahead of him now, as he's trying to keep back up with the pack. Michael F1 now takes the lead in this race, and Pablo Jara is so far our biggest winner, being in the podium positions after starting in 11th. So a good race from him so far. But Angry Dutch Guy, are you there, my man?
Yes. Can you guys on the stream hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, yes.
But
stream-wise, I'm not sure. Let's get Alicia to tell us. We'll wait for confirmation on Alicia.
speak real quick.
Yo! Who's what?
Give me a second, I'm checking it now. Yep, they hear you.
Okay, cool.
So
well, we can at least say that the driving etiquettes are really shit. Yeah, we can mind curses about it. We can say a lot of things about it. It's just shit.
oh no.
Basically, what the guys are running now, it's pretty simple. You start a race, you anticipate on a safety car, and from that point you build your race up. And when you fuck up the first time, well, then you have a third, fourth, fifth, sixth time for a safety car to reset your game.
Yeah, it's not the best scenario for round 9, but of course these drivers still always give it their all, try to give their best effort, but it's just unfortunate when things don't fall into place for them. You being actually one of them, Angry Dutch Guy, had to join in midway of qualifying, didn't get that much time to put in a quali lap, and
well,
got spot around actually.
Going out with 1 minute left of the quali session.
Oh, Farf and Andy both. Oh.
Yeah, I just saw that on the mini-map. Benny Smokes mid and F1 Fart getting themselves a little bit of a collision. F1 Fart's just not having the safety car restart that he was wanting. And I think he just needs to cool it down a little bit, because he does not want those tires to deteriorate too quickly, because like those tires, they are in puncture range at this point. Well, actually not at this point currently, but when it comes to the end of the race, they could be in puncture range, especially if it's spinning around so many times. But we're currently seeing Steve and Pablo have themselves a little bit of a battle through the Vale chicane, and Steve makes his way up to 4th place. Pablo just struggling a little bit out there on the safety car restart, but he's still holding his own up to 5th place and just getting himself a time penalty. But Angry Dutch Guy, of course, you being one of the admins here at SRM Esports, is definitely not going to be the best results in this race that you were looking for. But of course, we're still at the midway.
I'm not looking for results, but going out during a qualification with 1 minute on the clock, with lap times from 1:20, that's just useless. Why are you going out with 1 minute on the clock till the flag falls? Why do you do it?
Well, I'm not too sure, man. I'm not one of the drivers out there, so I can't really.
You also race on your own.
Actually, I don't. I only do commentary now. I want to race, but I just can't find the time, to be honest with you.
Okay, you want to race. You watch races. You watch Formula 1 in real life.
Yep.
Why do you go out with 1 minute spare on the clock with a lap time of 1:20? Why do you go out?
I mean, I guess they believe that they could either benefit their teammate with some slipstream potentially, or they just try to get themselves. They actually believe that they could have enough time to go out there and put in and start a lap. Of course, we saw with actually Michael, our current race leader, try to go in the like dire moments of qualifying, couldn't really get a time in, as Dundries and Markey were able to get that front row. But I think, to be honest with you, we all do things that we believe at the time is going to benefit us the most, and that's what a lot of the drivers do. And if that negatively impacts the other drivers around, of course, it's not the best way to do it, but they're going to be, of course, everyone out there is going to be focusing on themselves and their teammates. So I think that's probably going to be the motivation of that.
Yeah, so you're basically saying that when you go out with 1 minute spare on the clock, when you know there's a lap time of 1:20, you can cut that many corners.
Well, I mean, is what I said earlier, though, because we actually did see that with Richard and Steve. So Steve was actually about to start a lap. Richard exited out of the pit lane. He was on an out lap, but he was able to give Steve some slipstream. So he actually benefited his teammate as well. So that is understandable to happen.
That's a cool thing to do, but going out.
Yeah, but that's what one of them did. That's actually what one of them did. It was about a minute left. They were out on an out lap. They gave their teammate a slipstream, and then they went back into the pit lane. So they mainly went out just to give their teammate an edge. So that is understandable to do. And I don't believe they, from what I saw, I don't believe they actually inflicted any sort of like problems with a lot of the drivers out there on their quali laps. Of course, you were unfortunate with the timing of joining. Probably there was some connectivity issues with the.
The timing doesn't matter.
Okay.
Pretty simple. I'm going out in the dying seconds.
Yep.
I have enough time to do a lap. There's 1 minute spare on the clock. The guys that are going out, sure, when they want to go out to give their teammates slipstream or something, that's cool.